Can anyone confirm?
Yes, visible.
Yeah.
So from today onwards, we will start with the Selenium. So today we will start with only basic part. Then we will see the locator. Okay. So without wasting any time, let us start. So first of all, what is the definition, right? So let us go to the location, or let me write it here only. So basically, if I talk about Selenium is a, you can say it is a framework that automates the browser. That will automate. So which means, like, suppose if I open my Chrome browser, suppose I want to navigate to Amazon website. I will navigate to Amazon website. Then I will search some mobile here. If I search mobile, and if I click this, and if I suppose if I want to purchase this, right? So I will open this tab, and then so this is how I will proceed manually. So the same thing you can achieve with the help of Selenium as well. So you will write the Selenium code in Java. So we are working with Java in this course. So you can use some other languages as well. So we will see what are the languages Selenium support. So what you are doing it manually, right? So if I click this button, then I'm doing it manually. But the same thing you can achieve with the help of Selenium as well, right? So basically, Selenium will help us to automate all these manual tasks. Okay. So if I write here, so basically I'm saying that Selenium is a framework. So framework means, why I'm saying it is a framework, because it consists of many classes and the methods, you can say many classes it contains and the methods it contains, right? So by using these classes which are already defined in the Selenium, and which are already defined in these methods are already defined in the Selenium. So with the help of these classes and methods, it will be very easy for us to automate our browser, right? So these are already defined, some classes and the methods. So we will see all those classes and methods in our coming lectures. So as of now, just understand that it is a framework because it consists of many classes and methods that will help us to automate our browser, right? So one more definition, if you want to see here, let me write other one. So if you write Selenium is a, many places you will find this definition. Selenium is a tool to automate your browser, right? So this is also one of the definition. Many places you will find. So one thing you need to remember here is that although in the many places you will see that this tool will written there, so it is not a separate tool, which means, like, if you see here, when we were writing our code, we have downloaded one Eclipse editor, right? So it is a separate tool for us, and here we are writing our code, right? But do not think that for the Selenium we will going to download some editor like this, right? So it is not a separate tool. I would say rather than it is a collection of some jar file. So what are the jar file we will see? So it is not a separate tool. We will not going to download any tool to work with Selenium. It is just a collection of jar files. So what are the jar files we will see in this lecture only. So till now it is clear to everyone what is Selenium, then how it will help us in our automation task. So let us see what are the advantages of Selenium, right? So if I talk about Selenium advantages, right? So the first advantage is that it supports multiple browser. So let me take the most important one. The main advantage of Selenium is that it is open source. So what does open source means? For example, right, you do not have to pay, you have to pay zero rupees to use this, right? You have to pay $0 to use the Selenium, right? Everyone can use this. Okay, I think someone needs to. So what is the use that it is an open source tool, which means anyone can use Selenium, right? So you do not have to buy this course, right? So there are some tool like QTP. QTP is one tool. This is also an automation tool, but you need to pay to purchase this tool first. Then only you can use. But with the Selenium, you can use it freely. So this is the first advantage, and the other advantage is that it supports many browsers. Like it supports Firefox, it supports Mozilla, it supports you can say, yeah, Opera browser, Chrome browser, Safari, Edge, right? So it, and there are many more. So basically, if you see, it supports many browsers, right? So you can work with many browsers if you are working with Selenium. And the other one is, let me remove this. What is the other one? Uh, Let me remove this. Okay, so let me run it. So the other one is that you can say it supports multiple operating system, right? So I'm working on Windows. So you can work on Mac operating system. You can say Linux, right? You can also work with Windows as well. So I'm using Windows, right? So it has the support for multiple operating system, and along with that, like when you write your Selenium code, we are working with Java. As many people know here, we are going to use Java here only. But you can also work with C Sharp, Ruby, Python. You can use to Python with Selenium. You can use. So many people are also using Python and Selenium, and also you can use Java, right? So we are going to use entirely Java in our course. So basically, Selenium with Java is the many companies as of now are using Selenium with Java, right? Because Java has a huge community support. So most of the companies you will see that they are they are working with Selenium and Java only, right? So that's why we have also decided to include Java with Selenium in this course. So these are the we can say that these are the some advantages of Selenium. So these advantages are clear to everyone. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, I am clear.
So so before you start with Selenium, first you need to, so you can read about the advantages part more, right? So we will not go much theory. So that is more than sufficient. So what I've done, I have downloaded one Eclipse editor. So after Eclipse editor, what we have to do? So let me, if anyone does not know that how you have to download Eclipse editor, so let me tell you. So go to Eclipse download. Just write this in the Chrome. Go to first link and okay, when you go to this URL, go to this one. Don't directly download this. Click this, and when you click this, yeah, there are many tools like as we said that QTP is there, right? So I think WebDriver IO is there, but it will only work with JavaScript. So there are many tools in the market. So, okay, when you go here, so let me copy. Okay, so when you go there, here you will find this one. So I am using this one. So there are many tools here like Eclipse IDE for Java developer. There are so many, but I am currently using this one. So you can also download this one. So this will be the best I can say. So if you're Mac operating system, you can download this one. If you are using Linux and other, then you can download this one. So as I'm using Windows, and I am very sure that most of the people here are also using Windows operating system. So click this, and then you have to just click this, and it will start download. So let us wait. So you will see this message when it will start downloading. Okay, so it is taking somewhere more time. So anyways, I will cancel it, and after that, let me show you. I think I am already having this setup. So how it will look after downloading. So you have to unzip the zip file, and somewhere here. So I think this is the setup which I am already having. So if I extract it, so this is the first you have to download one editor where we can write our Selenium code. So anyways, I think some issues there. So I think I don't know why it is taking that much time. So anyways, once you will extract all the file, you will see one icon. Let me show you that icon. So if you, okay, so I think this is the one. So you will see this icon, right? Eclipse editor. So just you have to double click on this, and then it will ask you for the project path. So you have to give one path where you want to work, and then you have to click on OK. Then you will see this one, this UI. So after that, let us create one project first. So go to Java, and then we are working with Java. So let us create project name. So let me give Selenium. So till now we have not seen anything new. So Selenium introduction, click on finish. So if you create and notice also the project. So as we know that, so here we have discussed the definition that's Selenium is a jar file. So let me do one thing. Let me delete this. Okay, so this file is not required. So first of all, let me create one package. Let me create one package, and inside that I will write my all the Java classes. So let me give demo. Give any name, and after that I will create one class invoking browser. Right. So this is I am saying that. So this is our line. So here we will see how we can run our, and let me also create one main method, because then only we are able to run our program. So this is our main method, right? And here we will going to write our, suppose I have written one Selenium code. Here I will write my Selenium code. So here I will write my Selenium code. So suppose if you are writing your Selenium code, how your Eclipse editor will recognize that whether it is a Selenium code or not. So to make Eclipse aware of Selenium code, what we do, we will download some file. So if you go to this, just you have to say Selenium download, and go to selenium.dev, right? So this is their official website. this one, right? So after that, once you are here, come down little bit, and here you can see different language it is supporting: Ruby, Java, Python, right? So we are working with Java in this course, in this entire course, and this is the stable version, right? And this is the latest version, but it is not stable, right? So this is the stable version, it is clearly written here. So now if you want to download beta one, you can download this one by clicking on this, but we are interested in the stable version more, so I will click this download. So it will download this particular version, right? So once it will download, so let me open the folder where it is downloaded. So let me share this URL. You can check it from where you need to download. So somewhere, why it is taking more time, I don't know. So I'm already having it in my machine. Let me show you how it will look. So if you go here, local disk E, sorry, not E. Yeah. So here it is. So yesterday also I have tried downloading. So here this is the same, right? So once you extract this folder, it is a zip file. So it will be like this, right? So what you have to do, so this is the folder you will get. You have to copy this entire path where all the files of Selenium is present, which you have downloaded after extraction. Copy the path and come to your project, right? And click on property, right click, go to your project, right click property, and go to Java build path, right? And here come to libraries tab, right? And here, so basically by default some files are coming, right? So from the whatever the Java we have downloaded. And one more thing, that when you are working with the when you are working with the Selenium, first you need to download the Java in your machine. So I hope everyone is clear that how we can install Java. Is it clear for everyone how we can install Java? So let me check. Okay, so I think it is clear. So let me first check whether Java is present in our machine or not. So you can check like this. So Java is present in my machine. So if you don't have Java, then you will not see this GRE1, right? So after that, what you have to do, in the class path, click class path, and you have to click add external jar, and you have to provide the path. So where we have downloaded. So if you come this is the folder, and here if you see, these are the jar file. So if you come here, executable jar file, right? So copy these two, not copy, select these two and click on open. Right? So now these two jar files are present in your machine, in your project. Similarly, there are a few more jar files. If you open this folder, there are 5 more, right? So make sure you are importing each and every file. Open. So now this. So which means I have imported all the files which are necessary for Selenium code, right? And if I click on apply and close, now what I have done, I have given my Eclipse editor the knowledge of Selenium. So now if I write my Selenium code here, our Eclipse will be able to identify Eclipse will identify the code, and it will be able to run because we have imported all the files which we require. So these are the jar file which we have downloaded, and after that I have imported into my project. So our Eclipse will now identify our Selenium code, and we can now start writing our Selenium code. So this is the only prerequisite you have to do before writing any code. So till now it is clear to everyone. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so let me remove this. So let us first see how we can invoke our Chrome browser, right? Chrome browser, how we can run, right? So this is the very first basic thing we should understand, because whenever we are working with any test case, we need to run a browser. So let us see how we can run our Chrome browser. So in Selenium, for each and every browser, they have given one class. So for the Chrome browser, the class is Chrome driver. So let me create the object of the Chrome driver class. So in Java we create like this. So let me create the class, and you are getting one error. So import the package where this class is present. So import this. So this statement you will not see if you do not import those jar file, right? You will not be able to remove this error if you do not provide, right? So this is the object of class. So this is the class. If you see this, this is the Chrome driver class which Selenium has provided to work with Chrome browser. This is also the right. So we have created object references driver. So you can give some other name, but almost everywhere you will find people use this driver because it is more clear, right? So you can give some other name as well. So let me open Excel file.
One basic question here. The
Yeah.
jar file, what it contains? A jar file?
So what happens is that when you import your jar files into your project. So if you see here, these jar file have some classes and methods. So this class is coming from one of the jar file. So basically these are the executable jar file. When you import it in your project, they have so many packages. Like if you see this, let me show you this package. If I am founding it, this package, right? This is the package name org openqa selenium. So we have imported this jar file, and this jar file contains this package. And inside that you are having this Chrome driver class. If I show you, somewhere here it should be. So somewhere here, if I is it there? Org openqa selenium.chrome. So I think that is the different one. This one, right? If you see this one, once we have imported this jar file, it has this package, right? So in this package, you are having this class, right? You can see here.
Yeah, yeah.
So that
Okay.
it will have, so basically this jar file will have all the method which we require to automate our Chrome browser, right? So in your, if you see this here you are not seeing any packages and classes, but once imported into your project, Eclipse will going to unzip all these jar file, and it will basically list all the packages and the classes. So inside these are the packages, brown color box, and inside that you will have classes. So this is the Chrome driver class. Like similarly, if you are working with Firefox, for the Firefox, it has having Firefox driver class, right? So these are the importance. This is the importance of all these. So you can click this and it will show you what are all the classes. So that's why we have imported. So for the Chrome browser, this is the class we need to use. So before the Chrome driver, we have some, let me write it here. So there is one key value pair. What is key value pair? If I write it here, key and value. So first thing you have to understand is that we cannot directly run our Chrome browser with the help of Selenium. Basically, if you see this, uh, if I talk about Chrome browser, right? So those who have developed Chrome browser, so for them, Selenium is a third-party tool. So for the Chrome browser, Selenium is a third-party tool. So what Chrome browser says that Chrome browser, so those who have developed Chrome browser, they have given one Chrome driver. What is this Chrome driver.exe file? So they have given one Chrome driver.exe file to launch your browser. To launch your browser, which means they are not directly allowing you to run your Chrome browser, because for them Selenium is a third party tool, right? Selenium is a third party tool for the Chrome browser. So that's why they are saying that we will give you one .exe file which you can download, and then you can work with the Chrome browser, right? So first we need to get this file. Where we can find this? So the file name is this, right? And this is the extension. So I have written like this. So let me go here, Chrome browser, open it, type here Chrome driver download. Just write this and open the first URL. So here you are having so many versions. So let first what you have to do before downloading, let me check the version of my Chrome browser. So it is up to date. So the version is 92.0.4515. This is the latest version. So first try to update it. If it is not latest, then you can come to this URL. So if you see this, this is the I think closest one, 92.0.4515, right? So 107 is not matching, but if you see this out of these one, this is the closest one. So what I will do, I will click this, and here you will see so many, like if you are working on Mac operating system, you can download this one or either zip this one. And I am working on Windows operating system, so I will download Windows 32. So they are not given for 64, but it will work. Not an issue. So after that, I will download it. So this folder will have my .exe file. So let me show you. So it has finished downloading, and now I will extract this, extract all, and yeah, okay, click on extract. So I think already this is present somewhere else. So I will replace the file. So this is where, if you click, this is the one. So this is basically one .exe file, right? If you see this property, this is a .exe file, right? So first of all, what we will require this file, because this is provided by the Chrome browser to run our Chrome browser through Selenium. So what I will do, I will, and this, okay, let me copy this path, or let me custom here to this Eclipse, sorry, to this. So if you are working with Chrome browser, if you are working with, suppose you are working with Chrome browser, or if you are working with Firefox browser, right? So for the Chrome browser, there is one key. What is the key name? This is the key name, WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver. And for similarly for all the browser, not only for these two. So WebDriver. So for the Firefox, the name is like this: Geeko driver. Geeko dot, yeah, WebDriver dot Geeko dot driver. And what is the value? So in the value, you have to give the path of Chrome driver .exe, which we have just downloaded. You have to give the path. Similarly, here you have to give the path of .exe file for Firefox. So for the Firefox, the name is, if you want to download the, okay, we will see that once after this one. So focus only on this one. If you are working with Chrome browser, after you will download .exe file. So this .exe file will have one key, which is this one. So let me write and explain. So first you have to set this key with this value, right? With the path of .exe file. So before this line, before, make sure you are writing this before this line. So there is one Java class which is system. So this is a part of Java dot set property. So if you see, it is expecting one key and value. So basically in this Chrome driver class, as we are working with Chrome driver, so in this class there is one key, which is the name of the key is WebDriver. So you have to write in double quote dot Chrome dot driver. This is the key name, right? So make sure first, and this key name, this is our key name, expecting the path of .exe file. So where is our .exe file? If you see here, this is the where our .exe file is there. So what I will do, I will copy this entire path, copy this, where .exe file is present, put double quote, and paste it here, right? Save it, right? So basically I am telling this key that go and identify this path where .exe file is present, right? So, and after that you also need to write your file name, otherwise it will not run. Put double slash again after the complete path. This is the complete path. Put double slash. What is our file name? It is Chrome driver, and .exe is the extension of the file. So I am writing like this. So this you need to provide. If do not provide, it will not run, right? So it will throw error like driver executable is not set, some error you will get. So make sure you are writing this file name after giving the complete path. So this you have to do. And if I now run this two line, let us see what will happen. So let me put one breakpoint. Let me put one breakpoint. So I am debugging this. So click on switch. So first of all, at line number 12, it will stop. So now this will simply run the line now. This property knows where this file is present, .exe file. And as soon as you will create the object using this line, it will run your Chrome browser. So in the interview, they can ask that, tell me out of these two lines, which will invoke the Chrome browser. So this line will basically run your Chrome browser. As of now, you can see no browser is there. But once I run it, so if you go here, it will start your Chrome browser. So I think it is taking some time. Let us see. Okay, so it has started. So it is saying Chrome browser started. So you can see your Chrome browser is opened successfully, right? So you will not see any website because we have not given any website to run. We will see how we can also give the website name. So is it clear to everyone how we can invoke our Chrome browser?
Why we are writing system.set property here?
See, basically, what is the reason? So basically, this system is a part of a Java class, right? So you can say Java. So basically, this in this class there is one property with this name for each class, right? So for the Firefox, there will be separate property, and this property. So they have designed that in the way that you have to give this property where this path is present, where the path of your .exe file is present. So then only, because .exe file is the main thing which will help us to run our Chrome browser. So first we need to provide the property, provide the definition that we are telling this property WebDriver.Chrome.driver that where our .exe file is present. So this property can find it and it will run it. So that's why we are
So
providing
why double slash is added? Because in Windows everywhere in the file folder structure single slash is there.
basically if you provide double, because in Java it will not accept, so automatically it is
Oh,
taken. So in Java, if you are writing code in double quote, it is expecting in the form of a double slash only, not single slash. So that's why we are providing, right? So it will not accept, it will throw an error, right? So it is saying that it is invalid escape sequence, right? So you can say that you valid one is this one, or you can say singles, you have to put one comma after that. So anyways, that's why we are providing in double quote. So both will navigate to the same path, but while writing Java, you need to provide double slash like this, double backward slash. Then only it will accept in double quote, otherwise it will give you error. Okay. So till now it is clear to everyone how we have run our Chrome browser. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, yes.
So let us see how we, okay, let me try to open one website. So let us open Amazon. So this is the URL I have copied. So in Selenium, if you want to open any website on the browser, there is one simple method which is driver dot. So this is our object of this class, and when I will say driver dot, it will expose you so many methods, right? So many methods are here. So I want to open a URL. So I will say get, and here you have to provide your URL. This is the URL. Earlier, if you see that URL was not opening in our browser, but if I run it now, it will open Amazon website after launching the Chrome browser. So get is the method which we can use to open any URL. So you can see Amazon is open. Is it clear, this get method? So what is the first method we have discussed? It is our get method. So you have to provide your, so this is the easiest method, URL, right? So you have to provide your URL. So you can use get method to open any URL. So let us see similarly in case of Firefox. So this is our right. So now we have tried to run. Let me comment it. So how we can run our Firefox browser? Similarly for the Firefox, first you need to set one property. Or let us see first if we want to run our Firefox browser. So the class name is Firefox driver. So if I say Firefox driver equals to new Firefox driver. So again you need to, so if you see this, I think I have written, it will be small f here. So it is a small f. So now we are seeing how we can run our same in the Firefox. So import it. Okay, so you can import it here. So from the, so if you see this, if you want to see, this is the package name, right? And you downloaded some jar file. So you can go, so why error is coming? Save it. I think. Okay. So if you go here, now if you see this one, right? So this class is coming from which package? That we have downloaded this jar and imported in our project. So this is the one. And here if you see, this is the class. So same class I'm using, I'm creating the object of this class, right? And if you, right, so this is the class. So now again same step I will do. First I need to set one property. So let me copy this system.set property. So before this line you have to write, otherwise it will not able to find dot set property. And here you have to again provide the key. So for the Firefox browser, the key name is this one, geeko.driver. Sorry, you have to write in small, webdriver.geeko.driver. So this is the key name. And again for the Mozilla Firefox, we need to provide the value. So for that, let me first check whether Mozilla is present in my machine or not. So it is, right? So this browser is present in my machine. So now for that I need to download one, because for the Firefox browser as well, Selenium is a third-party tool. So we cannot directly run our test case on Firefox browser without using .exe file. So now let me say Firefox driver. So you can say automatically you are getting suggestion. So go to this one. So basically for the Firefox, the name is Geeko driver, right? .exe file name is Geeko driver. So you can go to this one. Any link you can go. And if you come down, so here I am working on Windows 64-bit operating system. So I can click this. It is a zip file. Now it will start download it. So let me go to show in folder. So this is the one. So I will again do the same thing. Extract the complete path, and this is the path, right? So I will copy this path. Again, it is a exe file. So for any browser you are using, you have to download this exe file first. So copy this complete path, and then right here you have to double quote and semicolon after that, and paste the complete path. So this we have pasted. So let us do one thing. Okay, we will do after this. So after that, I need to provide the file name. / file name is geeko driver .exe, right? Along with the .exe extension you have to give, right? So if you are using Mac machine, you do not have to give .exe. For the Mac machine, if anyone is using, it will work without .exe, right? So you do not have to provide .exe in case of Mac machine. Mac operating system. Okay, so rest of the things will remain the same, and then I will say driver dot. So one more thing, that whatever the method you are using in the Chrome browser or any browser, these methods will remain the same. So get, let me open this URL on the Firefox on the Mozilla browser. So paste. Now if I run it, so make sure you are able to always remember that this is the line that will run your Chrome browser, right? They can ask in interview. So this is the line that will help you to run your Chrome, run your browser, not this one. But it will set the property, that is a different thing. So now run it. So you can see it is started running, and after a few seconds you will see Amazon website will be opened in other browser. So okay, so let us see. So it has opened. Okay, so it has not opened any website. It is still running. Okay, so now it has opened the website which we have given. So this is how you can also run the Firefox browser. Is it clear to everyone? Please confirm. Then we will see other part.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So suppose I have given you this complete project in your machine, and then you will try to run. Then can anyone tell me that whether this code will run or not? If I have given you this complete project through email, so can anyone tell me whether this code will work perfectly or not?
No,
Why?
because I mean the users you have kept the driver in your own location. Our location will might change.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why what we will do, we will try to provide the path in such a way that even if I provide the complete project to you, you
Your
don't have
voice
to do
is
anything.
breaking.
Hello, is it for everyone? Now it is clear.
It's clear for us actually.
Okay.
For me, it's audible.
If anyone is getting that issue, you can join it again. So now what I will do, if I give this project to you, it will not work because in your machine this path will be different, and you need to download that what we can say .exe file again. So what I will do, I will go where my .exe file is present. This is the path where my .exe file is present, and sorry, not here. It is. What I'm talking about Chrome browser. So I will copy this .exe file. Copy this .exe file, and on the project folder, this is our project folder, I will paste that file. So copy and paste. Here I have pasted, right? So whenever I will give you this complete project folder, automatically you will get this .exe file as well. And now I will give this path. If I copy this path, and if I try to provide it here, instead of C, I will say if I remove this path, right, and if I provide this. So now at the project level, you are having this .exe file. But again, this for the project
Sir,
folder.
your voice is breaking and screen is not visible.
Is it for everyone?
Screen is not visible and your voice is breaking.
No, for us it's fine actually. Maybe the issue is with you at Jada.
Yeah, you can join again.
Yeah, your voice is so breaking.
Can others confirm that it is same for everyone?
It's
Sir,
clear to
it's
me.
clear.
So guys, those who are
Very
having
clear.
you can either change your internet connection. You can join with the mobile or any other. So you can join again because it is clear for others. So yeah, what we have done, we have pasted .exe file here in the project level itself. But here again, for the project folder, this path will be different because, right? So again, this will not run. So what I will do, I will say like if I say string path, path to path. So some name I am giving Chrome driver. And if I say system dot, there is one system dot get property, and here I will write user dot dir, user directory. So what this will do, let me write it like this. So if I run this line, what this will give you, let us see what this will give us. So click on OK. So once you will get this project, suppose I am giving you this project, what this line will give you, this one, if I see here, it is giving the path, it is giving me the path, complete path till this folder. If you see this, till this folder it is giving me. And similarly, if you run this code in your project, suppose you have kept this folder in local disk C, so automatically it will identify and give you this complete path, right? And once I will get this complete path, till here I have gotten, right? So till here I have got the complete path, and I know inside this folder, this is the .exe file inside this folder, right? So now what I will do, I will say, or you can say, you can give here only. After that, you will, I know that this will give the path till here. Inside this is the path. So what I will do, I will say plus, and I will provide one more path, which is Chrome driver.exe, because inside this folder, this is the one. And if I run it again, now let us see how this will give you. So now we are here. Now if you see this, it has given me the complete path till this .exe file. So earlier we are hard coding it, but now with the help of this system.get property, any user that will get this project, he do not have to change the path again and again. Just now what I will do, I will copy this path, and instead of giving like this, I will paste it here like this. So just you have to do this. Now if I give this project, if I give this project to you, to anyone present here, so .exe file is present, and I will share this folder, so you do not have to download .exe file, and also you do not need to change any path here, right? It will automatically fetch the complete path with the help of these two lines. So now I will run it one more time, and let us see. Let us open different website, other website. So let me open this only. So you can just copy the URL and paste it. Now, so let me, okay, so some error is coming. Let us see what is the Chrome. So you can see I have written the wrong spelling. It is Chrome driver, the Chrome driver. Now it will done. So now it has opened this URL. So till now it is clear to everyone. So whatever URL you will pass, it will run.
So here get property user dot directory. This is a defined keyword, right? User dot dir.
Yeah, you have to give only this, not any other thing. This is defined keyword.
Okay. And here in the left hand side, in the Selenium, this project, how did you got here Chrome driver dot exe? I missed that part.
No issue. So what you have to do, first just type here Chrome driver download.
Huh.
Then click this first link. Any link you can click anyways. So first go to here, go to help, go to about Google Chrome. Make sure it will be better if you have the latest version. So this is the
Huh.
version. So if you see this, this is the this is the one 92.
Yeah.
So click this. I am working on Windows. If you're working on Mac operating system, you can download this one. So this is the one I have click on this. It will download. So it is a exe
Yeah.
file. So
Yeah.
we need to extract the file because it is a zip file. And
Yeah. Yeah.
after extraction of file, this is the folder I got. Here
Hmm.
you find this file. So I have
Yeah.
copied this file. I have copied this file like this
Oh, okay. Okay.
and just right click and paste it here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, got it. So after writing this one, string path is equal to this, no need to paste this chrome driver.exe, right?
No, no. That this one and this one is different. I am saying when I give, suppose I have created one zip file of this. So where it is present, let me go here. So this is the path where my project is present,
Okay.
right? So if I create a zip file of this project, automatically you will get .exe file because it will also be placed into the zip
Huh.
file. So this is
Yeah.
one thing. And when we will use this system.get property, suppose you have copied this project and placed into some other directory of your machine, right? Suppose as of now it is present in my local disk E directory it is present, but you have suppose copied into local disk C. So your
Okay.
path will be different. So automatically this line will on the runtime this line will give you the path till this folder.
Okay.
till this till this folder it will give you the path, and and this file will definitely be present inside this. So just this will be concatenated with your path, and nothing will fail, and automatically this path will come here. So you do not have to download .exe file because I have placed it here, right? So this is the reason I have done this.
Okay.
Otherwise you have to change the path and do some other modification, but now you do not have to do this. So this is the first method, which is get method. Now let us say one more method is there, driver dot. Suppose if you open a website, if you click here, or let me open Amazon website. So if I open Amazon, so if you see this is the title, Amazon.in mobile stand tripod. So let me open the home page. So this is the title, online shopping site in India, right? I want to fetch this title and print in my console output. So if you see this driver dot, so many methods are present. I want to fetch the title. I want to get the title. So if you come down, so just say get me the title. It will automatically give you this method, right? So what is that? This mean? So somehow it is not giving this. I will check it later why it is not giving the documentation for this. So basically, straightforward it is. It is saying that I will give you the title of the URL you will open, and I will fetch the I will catch the title in one variable on the left hand side, and after that I'm simply printing the title. So put one breakpoint so we can see here how it is fetching. So debug as Java application. So what we will do, we are going to see each and everything on the Chrome browser because Chrome browser is much more stable than with the Firefox. But whatever the operation we are doing, you can do the same steps in Firefox as well. So I think this will not give us Amazon anyways. So whatever the title is here, downloads. So, so if you, as of now, this line is not executed. When I execute it, so it has given us this title, which is coming on the website. And after that, I'm printing the title. So for any website, you can use this get title method to fetch the title. So this method is clear.
So method is clear. Now, if we want to verify is this is the exact title, then what we are using here, what we can use?
So as of now, that assertion part we will discuss when we will start with TestNG. So basically, there is some assertion TestNG provides. So we will see that when we will start with TestNG. As of now, you can try like this, or let me show you if you want to work with assertion also. We will discuss assertion later on again. So
And then it's okay. You just proceed with your process. It's okay.
okay. So one thing, suppose if you do not, as of now we do not know about assertion. So what you can say, I will say title, just like normal way we will do. Title dot equals HTTPS. So I am expecting Amazon.com, right? So when we will work with framework, it is not good if we are using if else condition, but we will use assertion when we will discuss the later assertions in TestNG. So as of now, just see dummy like this. So if the condition matches, I will say title correct. Otherwise, so this is like, as we do not know about assertion as of now, so I will just like say title incorrect. So this is just like if you do this. So now if the title will match, it will print. So as of now, I think we are going to get title will be incorrect because this is the title. Sorry, I am not I should have written the title, not the website URL. If title dot equals Amazon, title correct, else title is incorrect. But here the title will be download, so we will get title as incorrect. So you can do like this without assertion. So the reason why we are validating it, because we want to verify that title is correct or not. Instead of doing it manually, we are doing it through Selenium. So title incorrect, right? If I write downloads this time, right? So I think this will be clear to everyone that if I write downloads, it will give the title as correct because the title is downloads only. This is printed from this line. Okay. So there is one more method. Let me, if I write driver dot current URL. So I want to fetch the URL. I want to get this URL and check whether this URL is correct. So again, URL equals to OUT URL. So now I will run it. It will print the URL of the website. So I think this should print exactly the same. So let us see. So you can see it has printed this URL which we have opened. So is it clear to everyone? So same thing you can do with the Firefox and the other browser. Just need to change the key and value pair. The rest of the things will remain the same. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So let me remove this again. Suppose let me open one more website. After this, I will open. Let me open Amazon. So copy the URL. Copy this URL and after this, paste it. So let me copy this first. So I'm opening multiple website after this one. So copy this. Okay, so after if I run it, let us see how it will. First, it will open this one. Let me do one thing. Let me put some Java weight. So we should not use this one, but for the demonstration purpose. So basically, if I put 5000 millisecond, it will. Let me put some smaller, like 3 seconds. 3000 millisecond, which is equals to 3 seconds. So now if I run it, so first this will open. Now it will wait for 3000. Sorry, it will wait for 3 seconds, and it will open Amazon. So we will be able to see. So this open after waiting for 3 seconds, Amazon website will open. So now, okay, so now what I have to do, I need to go back, right? If I click manually, I need to go back like this. So how we can achieve, suppose I need to move forward, how we can do this? So for that, there is one navigation interface in a, which Selenium provides. So what we need to do, I need to go back. So there is one navigation interface of driver dot navigate, right? So what it is returning us, it is returning us one navigation interface. So if I click this, so you can do in two way, like if you, what is the return type? It is navigation, right? So I can say navigation, or you can give some name, navigate, any name you can give. Now, so import the package. So this one is, you have to import this one, right? So now once I am calling this method, I am getting one navigate. So, and if I say navigate, so basically it is returning me one object, and I am giving. So this is basically as per the documentation, they are saying that once you call this navigate method, it will return you one navigation. So this is an interface provided, right? So this is an interface, and I am saying navigate dot. Sorry, spelling is wrong. Navigate dot back. Back means backward button, right? And after that, if I say navi, so let us see first back button only. So what will happen? First two website will open, and then it will go one step backward. So let us see whether it is able to do or not. So it has opened now. Now after that, it will go backward. You can see here. It will automatically click on back button. So you can see it is clicked, and it came to downloads. Are you able to see or not, everyone? Similarly, if I say
Yes.
after back button, where it is here. It is here, right? But if I click this again, it will be on Amazon. So I will say navigate dot forward. So for the forward button, this is the method we can use. So first it will backward, and after that it will again click on forward button. Right. So again it has clicked, and it is on this website. Suppose I want to refresh my page. So again navigate dot refresh. Right. Straightforward it is. So now this will simply refresh the page. So let us see whether it is refreshing the page or not. So see it, I have not put any weight, so you have to look carefully whether it is refreshing or not. So first it will click on backward. Then you have to click on forward, and it will, you can see again it has refresh the page one more. Okay, so I think it will come forward. Now you will see this will again refresh the URL. After this, again it will, you can see page is refreshed again. Are you able to see? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
So there is one more method we can use to launch our URL. What is, so let me, so I think, okay, so session is recording, you can check that all the method. So there is one thing, like either you can do this way, or in the one line if you want to do, like I want to, in the one line dot back, right? Or you can do like this as well, it's up to you. Dot forward, you can like this also do. Dot refresh, so in the one line it will be better, refresh like this, right? So as of now what is happening, that whenever I'm launching my Chrome browser, it is not in the maximize mode. I want it to be like this. So again there is one more method, which is navigate dot window. I want to, sorry, there is driver dot manage, like in the one line I'm doing window dot, I want it to be maximize, right? So if I just provide this line, you will see our Chrome browser will open in maximize mode. So let me give this line at the start before launching the URL. So our Chrome browser, now it will be in the maximize mode. Now if I run it, so you can, are you able to see that earlier we are getting on the minimize mode, but now it is maximized first, and then it is performing all the operation. So this is the line you have to give, right? So these are the method. Then you call manage like this. So is it clear to everyone? So if you want to maximize your window, you can give this line. So let us see till now what we have, how many methods we have discussed, so we can have a note. So we have discussed get method. So let me write it here to open any URL, you know. So, and other one is driver dot get, so current URL. So this will fetch the URL. So this is the one we have discussed. Get title we have discussed. It will fetch the title. If you want to open the browser in maximize mode, manage dot window dot maximize, right? And dot back, we have seen back for the back, but for going backward and then forward. So we have seen many methods till now, and one is refresh. So this also we have seen, right? So any issues in these methods till now? Is it clear to everyone? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, it is clear.
Okay. So what is the what happens that in the real time we are not going to work with only one browser, right? You are also working in company or the automation side, that it might happen that you want to run your test case across multiple browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari. Many browsers are there. So what if I keep on writing like this? Suppose if I remove this, just remove this. Okay. So suppose after few lines, so I have written 100, or you can say 50 lines of code, right? So after this line, I have written 50 lines of code. Now I want to run with another browser. So the browser name is Firefox driver. So if I let me run it first, write it first. So for the Firefox we already seen this is the line, and also we need to provide this system.set property. So just assume I have provided. I am not providing it as of now. So WebDriver dot, just assume we have provided. So for the Firefox we have provided. So now it is giving one error. So it should be small f. Again I have done mistake. So small f. So now import it. So there is one shortcut if you want. Like I'm clicking this, I'm checking this, and then I'm clicking. If you provide Control Shift O, right? If you hit this from your keyboard, let me write Control Shift O. Automatically it will has done the import statement on the top, right? So after 50 lines of code, I need to run my test case on Firefox. But as if you see this one, this is already there. This name is already there. So you have to give some other name, right? So you cannot take the same name. And suppose after this line number 22, I want that my test case, I want to run my some other browser. Like if I say I need to run on suppose Opera Mini, right? So for the Opera Mini, what is the driver? WebDriver. I think this is the one, Opera.driver, and Opera driver. So I think it is correct. So it is correct, right? So for the Opera Mini, after that, I want to run my test case on Opera Mini. So just say it is giving error. So Control Shift O, automatically it will import. But now this name is already present, so you need to take driver 3, right? So what is the, if I keep on writing like this, right? I need to create different name. So there is, let me come here. Let me, there is one interface. So I hope everyone is clear that what is the interface. It contains abstract method. That method do not have any body. The class that will implement the interface will going to what I am saying that if, let me first write WebDriver interface in Selenium, right? So go to official website. So basically there is one WebDriver interface, and so we have till now we have used this class and this one, right? These two classes we have already created the object and use this, right? So basically this is the interface WebDriver, and Chrome driver implement the WebDriver interface. Similarly, Firefox driver will implement the WebDriver interface, and which means this is the parent. This is the WebDriver is the parent. So what I can do, instead of writing like this, instead of writing every time creating the object like this, the issue is this, I need to create different name like this. But if I do, suppose if I create WebDriver driver, just write it here and import the package. So let me import it, and instead of giving like this, right? So first I have created one WebDriver. As of now it is null, so let me give null, right? So it do not have any life it after this, but once it reaches this is the same variable, right? We are creating the object of Chrome driver. So with the help of new object we are creating the object and assigning it to this variable which is of type WebDriver, right? So why it is able to work, because this is the parent and this is the child, right? Similarly, if I go down, instead of giving like this, if I say driver equals to, right? So basically interface is the parent here. So I am able to create object of any class and assign it to this variable because this is of type WebDriver, right? So after this line will over, this object will now have the reference of Firefox driver object. And again, after that, we can simply use all the method which we want. That will remain the same. So driver dot get, right? And again, if I go here, I want to run my test case on some other browser. So if you see here, Opera driver is here, I think. So yeah, Opera driver is also here, which means this is the parent, this is the interface, and this interface is implemented by this class. So all these classes are implementing the interface. So Opera driver object I created, and I am assigning it to driver, which is of type WebDriver. So if you see this, with the help of single variable, with the help of single WebDriver and reference variable, we are able to give the object of different browser to this variable. Now we do not need to create another variable. So you cannot do like this. If I say Chrome driver, if I say Chrome driver here, right? So this will work. But if you see this browser, this is not the children of this one, right? Because it is not the parent or the child, you can say. Only WebDriver is the parent, because that is an interface and all the classes are implementing the WebDriver. So you cannot give Chrome driver or Firefox driver. So whenever you want, make sure. So that is not a rule, but most of the times from now onwards, I am going to use how I will use like this. If I show you, instead of giving Chrome driver, sorry, let me, if I, okay, so now I will use, remove this. Earlier we were using like this, var equals to new. Now instead of this one, I will give the, what is the, this variable is of type Chrome driver class. Now I will say it is WebDriver. So now I know that if I do like this, at next point of time, if I want to run a different browser, I can create object of some other browser class and assign it to this variable. So I am going to write in this fashion. As of, is it clear to everyone why we are writing like this? So that switching between the browser will be very easy. We do not need to create this variable with different name. So that's the reason we are going to write like this. Is it clear
Yes.
for everyone? Because I think this is little bit confusion. Tell me if it is not clear. Okay, so basically, I think it is clear. So basically, this WebDriver interface, if I open this, let me open this. How to open this? Control, press Control and go to here, open declaration. Okay, so I think, let me. So I think it is not a, we need to also download these one. Let me show you in some other project. So how it will look. So let me show you only. Let me create one project. So we will discuss Maven in the coming lecture. Do not worry. Just I wanted to show how the WebDriver interface looks like. So do not worry about this one. We will discuss from the scratch. Just wanted to. So I've created another project. Now let me show you how that will look. So if I write WebDriver, driver equals same statement I'm writing. Control Shift O. So okay, so if I go inside this, so this is an interface. You can see here, it is an interface. This is an interface, and this is a class, right? So if I go inside this, right? So you can see this is the interface, and it will have so many methods, right? So get is one method. So you can see in the interface, method do not have any body, right? So this is method do not have any body. Similarly, there are many methods here, right? But they do not have any body, right? So this is how this will look. So many methods are here, right? And similarly, if you go here to this class, okay, so I think this is not the one. Let me do it again. Chrome driver. This is the class. Okay, yeah, this is the one. If I go inside this, so basically this is how the class is looking, right? So basically just on the high level, I wanted to tell that this interface, Chrome driver is the class that is going to implement all the methods of this one, WebDriver, right? So if I try to open, let me open. I'm talking about the get method. So if I click this, someone it is okay. I will check it later. It is not. I wanted to get some other thing. So basically, I'm going to use this. Let me delete. Not work with the project. We were working here. So I'm going to write like this so that if I want to run my test case on some other browser, I can simply give the reference object to this variable, right? So you can write like this, null, and then driver equals to this one, right? So to this object, to this variable, which is of type WebDriver, I can give any class, not any. I can give all the classes object which are listed here, which are listed here. Right? So this is the official documentation of the Selenium, right? Firefox driver. So you can see for the Microsoft Edge, if you want to run your test case on Edge browser, this is the class name, right? So there is one more Chromium driver is Chromium browser is there as well, right? Firefox driver, Internet Explorer, right? So Safari driver is there, right? So many drivers are there. So you can also get it there, right? So now let me again run it. driver dot, sorry, let me write here WebDriver equals to, and I will say driver dot get, again same. So let me run it. Now let me open Amazon. So open it. So remove this. So same again, website will work and all the methods will remain the same, right? So driver dot window dot, sorry, driver dot window dot, whatever the methods we are seeing. Let me, or let me take driver dot. So whatever the methods we have discussed, that will remain the same. Navigate dot back, right? So there is one. So this is one of the way we can run our. There is one way we can open the URL with the get method. So there is one more method which is dot to, right? And if I provide this here, if I provide it here, double quote, right? Right. So now run it. Let us see how this will open. And is there any difference between the two method? We will see. So this will do again the same thing. So again, it has opened the website. Right. So now let us see what is the difference between invoking our URL like this or like this, right? Because on both the cases, I am seeing that this URL is getting opened. So let us go to the official website. So how you can go to that official documentation? Let me show you. So what you have to do, first write Selenium, download again, you can give. So click first URL. So we have already visited this site when we have installed the Selenium from here. So now we are working with Java, and if I click API documentation, this will open the API documentation, right? And here you have to go inside this. And here there is one WebDriver, right? If you click this, and there is method here. Let me say get. So you can see this is the method we have already used, get method, right? So if I click this, let me open this in other URL, right? So driver.get method, load a new web page. So they have written there in the current browser window. So this method driver.get we already used. Now if you go here, so what it is saying that I will load a new web page in the browser window. We have already seen this, right? And one more thing is that method will block. What is the meaning of this? Method will block until the load is complete, which means what is the here, like if I say, let us, we are talking about first method as of now, and if I say, suppose I am writing some other code after the line number 21, if I am printing hello, so it is saying that, let me run it first. So where is the error? So run it. So you can see the loading of the website, right? So until unless this loading and all the web elements are not loaded completely, your next line will not execute at all, which is this one, right? So you can see after that only our next line is executed. So this is the same thing they are telling in their official documentation, where it is that it is saying this driver.get method will block until the load is complete, which means until unless loading web page will be not fully loaded, your next statement will not execute. So this is what this line says, right? And if you come down a bit, right? Where it is, yeah. So it is saying that driver.get is synonym to navigate.to, right? Let me open it in other browser. So this is driver.get method, and here they are clearly saying that both the methods are same, right? Driver.get, if I open this, now it is saying navigate driver.navigate.to, right? Again, it is saying that method will block until the load is complete. So again, the same thing, right? And here the only difference is that, right, I'm showing you the official documentation, because if you Google this and if you go to different websites, they are not giving the correct information, right? So basically, as per the official documentation, you can see here clearly both the methods are synonym to each other, which means there is not much difference, right? There is not any difference between driver.get and the driver.navigate.to, right? You can see clearly from their official documentation. Now if you go to here, you can give still one difference you can give. If you give this, so back and forward, anyways we have seen, we are interested in opening the URL. So if you see driver.navigate.to, it is expecting the string, right? You can clearly see you have to provide the URL in double quote. I'm talking about driver.navigate.to. So you can give like this, or there is one more way, which is URL class. So what is this URL class? URL class is this one. If I create one URL class, URL object I'm creating. So, and here I want to open Amazon website. So I will paste that URL here and import the package. So anyways, some okay authentication anyways. Now, so we were talking about the difference. So in if you are using driver.get, if you are using driver.get, then you can only give like this in double quotes. You have to give only like this. But if you are using driver.navigate.to method, which we are using line number 28, you can give like this, you can give like this, or you can also give like this. So here is the URL. I have created the object. This object you can also pass here. So this is the only difference. This is the only difference. You can specify here that the only difference is that in the navigate.to you can pass the object of URL class, and now this is how you can do. So basically, if you see this to navigate, let me dot to. So two methods are coming. So forget about the third one. Here you have to provide in double quote, but here you can also do like this, right? You have to provide the reference of URL class if you want to open like this. So it will be little bit simple if you provide like this, right? So most of the website you will find one difference. This is that. Let me talk about the other one as well. So this difference is clear to everyone or not? First tell me, then we will see the other one as well. Is it clear? Am I audible? Please confirm, because then only we will.
Yes.
So most of the website you will find this line that let me show you. So first we have gone to the the official documentation, Selenium get versus. See, let not go to this one. Let me go to some website like so. So it is saying that. So what is so on most of the websites you will find this difference. It is they are saying that if you are using get method to load the URL, then it will wait for the loading the page and wait until the page has finished loading. So, but here they are saying that it is not waiting for the page to load. It will return immediately. It will not wait for the. Let me open some other website. They are saying the same thing, but let me open. Let's say driver some crew 99. Let me open tutorials point. Okay, so here it is. So they are not given in a tabular form. Let me open. So it is saying that they are saying that if you are using driver.get method, it cannot track the browser history. Or let me. I'm not finding that website. Let me see. Not this one. Let me open this one only. So basically, many places you will find this one. So it is similar to whatever I'm showing. This is similar to this one only. So get is used to navigate to the particular website and wait till page load, which means until unless the page will not load completely, our next step will not execute. And here it is saying that used to navigate and does not wait to page load. So here, and it is saying does not wait to page load. Here as well in this website, they are saying that it will not wait, it will return immediately. But as per the official documentation, you can clearly see that what they have written, they both are same. And if I open get method, it is saying that method will block until the load is complete. Right? Similarly, for this navigation method is that same thing. Method will block until the load is complete. So make sure you are going to uh, follow the official documentation. So they both the methods are same. Expect that in the navigate.to you can also pass the URL class object reference like this. But in the get method there is only one case you have to provide like this, right? So few people also say that if I write few people say that if I'm using driver.get, right, you will find this difference as well, that driver.get do not track browser history, whereas driver.navigate.to. So, and here you have to pass the URL, tracks the browser history. So this is also one of the difference people say that. So let us see whether driver.get is able to track or not, right? So history meaning in the sense, like if I open, after that I will open google.com, right? So after that, if I using driver.get, whether I'm able to go back to the previous history, previous website or not. So many places you will find that driver.get do not track the browser history. So let us check, right? So if I say driver.get, let me open some other website. Let me open google.com. So copy the URL. Okay. So let me remove this. So now if driver.get is not able to track the browser history, which means if it is not able to track, then this method should not work. Back method should not work if it is not able to track the browser history. So let us check, right, whether it is able to go back or not. If it is able to go back, which means driver.get is capable of handling the history as well. We can go back. If it is not able to track, back method should not work because no previous history is present. So Amazon open. After that, Google will open. And now it is again click the back button, which means even if I am using driver.get method, I am able to navigate to the previous history, right? So it is not right to say that driver.get is not tracking the history. So basically, I wanted to show all this because many places I am going to just follow the official documentation that both the clearly written here, both the methods are synonym to each other, but only difference is that in the navigate.to method, you can pass the URL reference, but here you cannot use the URL reference, right? So if I try to write URL here, this should not work. So it is saying that I am expecting string variable, not URL reference. So you cannot use it here. So only this is the only difference. Okay. So I hope this is clear. So we have seen many methods. Let me. So till now it is clear to everyone. Now we will see that little bit few more topics. Is it clear to everyone? So this is the, you can check from here. Okay, so if you open any website, like if I open Amazon. So what is this? It is a web element, which means you can say element present on the web page. What is this? This is a web element. This is a web element. Everything you can see, this Indian flag is also a web element. This checkbox is also a web element. Whatever the data you are seeing, right, everything here is a kind of web element, right? This image is a web element, this mask is a web element, right? This arrow is a web element. So now we are able to open the website. So our next step is to click, you can say type. So this text box is a web element. I need to type some text mobile, right? So this is one activity I have performed, and after that I will click on this web element. Search button is a web element, so that it can search. So I need to perform many operations on these web elements so I can write my script, right? So all these are web elements which you are seeing on your screen. So how we can interact with those web elements? How we can interact? So basically, Selenium, we will use locator. So what are locator? So I will say locators will help us to perform the perform operations. What operations you perform generally? Like you can click the button, like you can send the data on the web element, right? So these are some of the operations. So basically, locators will help us to perform the operations on web element. Web element, like there are many web elements. If you see text box, button, images, everything on the web page is the web element. So these are some of the web element. So definition wise, if I talk about, locators will help us to perform the operations on web element. So if I write it here, so what are the types of locator in Selenium? So we will discuss all types of locators, but we will discuss from the next class. So one is ID, class name, class name, name, link text, partial link text, XPath. XPath will be of two type also, so which is relative and absolute. We will discuss all these in detail from tomorrow. And this is CSS selector we can use. It is a tag name, right? And there are, so all these you will find. There are few more which are called as relative locator, but they are introduced in the latest Selenium version. So we will see them later at any point of time. So there are also relative locators, but first we are going to concentrate which are very, very important. These are all the, I am very sure that I have not missed anyone. So these are the locator we will see: ID, class name, link text, partial link text, path, CSS. Yeah. So we will see that from the next class. So these are the locators that will help us to perform the operations on web element, like checkbox, images, buttons, links, or you can say drop down. You can say drop down, right? Many things are there. So just let us see the last thing. So if you want to see the HTML code of this website, how you can do? Right click, just right click anywhere, click on inspect. So you will see this HTML code. So this is all the HTML code that is present for this website, right? And I want to know what is the HTML code of this text box. So what I will do, I will just click this. I will click this one time, place my mouse here and click it again. So where from the, okay. So if you see this, if I am placing my mouse here, it is highlighting the entire text box, which means this is the HTML code they have written to identify this text box, right? To make this text box, you can say, to make this text box. Similarly, I want to get the text box. I want to know what is the HTML code of this calendar, sorry, of this flag. So if I click this Indian flag, so this is the HTML code of this Indian flag, right? Similarly, if I want to know what is the HTML code of this mobile, click this one time, click it here, right? So this highlighted line is the HTML code of this mobile's web element, right? So I am calling it as a web element because it is present on the web page. So everything is here, the web page. So till now it is clear to everyone how we can identify this any web element, right? If I want to click, I want to know what is the HTML code of this one. This drop down is there. So this is the HTML code, right, of this drop down. Are you able to get? Please confirm. Hello. Audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you have any query, just unmute yourself and you can ask. Similarly, for anyone, let me check like new releases, or you can say it is a kind of drop down. So we will also see how we can handle these kind of drop down in our coming lecture. And if I want to know the HTML code, click this. click this all, right? So now click this all. Okay, so so you can see it is highlighting, which means this is the HTML code. Also, this is, you can see the HTML code of this complete it is saying, but this is more, I would say it is only selecting all. So I will prefer this one, right? So this is the HTML code. So we are able to see how we can do. Let me show you again. When you are on any web page, right click, inspect, whichever element you want. First you have to click on it, and now you have to click on the element. Click this. So you can see here, this line is present here only, right? Ensure longer life for your device. So which means this is the HTML code they have written so that this line can display here. So now let us see one more thing. So whatever the thing now we will discuss in those 3 to 4 minutes, we will again discuss from tomorrow. Again, we will discuss what is parent and child here. We need to identify. So if you see this, this one, what is the parent of this line? This is the parent. How I am saying that this is the parent of this line? I am saying that this is the children of this one. Why? Because if I minimize it, click it one time, below line will disappear, which means I am saying that it is the parent. If I open it, it will appear, which means this line is the parent of this previous line, right? Similarly, if I talk about this one, for this line, if I minimize this line, so below line will disappear. You can see here clearly, right? This next line is disappearing, which means I am saying this line is the children of previous one. This line is the children of, so which means this line is having this parent, and you can tell it as a grandparent, you can say, right? Similarly, if I talk about this line, for this line, what is the parent? This is the first parent, right? And after that, these are the grandparents. So just focus on the parent only as of now. So for this line, this is the parent, because why I am saying this, if I minimize this line, this below line will disappear, right? Because this is present inside this. So this is children and this is the parent, right? So what I want, today you have to at least just try to, whatever I'm saying that what is parent, you have to try to identify, because if you do not understand this, it will be not easy to write XPath and CSS. So we will discuss this again tomorrow, but I am telling this because so you can practice it today. And if I talk about, there is one more way you can identify. There is one more way. Suppose I want to check what is the parent of this line. What is the parent? So other way is, let me write it here. Go from bottom to top, and whenever you will find first downward arrow, that will be parent. What I mean here, if I want to identify the parent of any line, I will go from bottom to top, and whenever I will find first a downward arrow, that will be the parent. So if I go here, I want to check this line. What is the parent of this line? Just I am focusing on this line. I will go from bottom to top, and whenever I will find first downward arrow, that will be the parent. So let me go from bottom to top. So here I am finding the first downward arrow. So they are basically the grandparent, but as of now we can only focus on parent only. So I conclude that this is the parent, right? Similarly, let me open some other website. So this again we will discuss tomorrow, but you can practice it today as well. So I first type on inspect, so I can see the HTML. I can see the HTML code. Now click on this or this one. Now, once I click this, I'm landed here. So you can see it is highlighting. When I'm placing my mouse here, it is highlighting. I want to identify what is the parent of this line. I want to identify, right? So the trick is we need to move from bottom to top. So whenever you will find first downward arrow, that will be the parent, right? So go from bottom to top. So this is not the downward arrow, but after moving this, this is the downward arrow, right? Which means this line is the parent of this line. And I can also prove here, if I minimize it, this line will disappear. You can clearly see if I click this is hidden, right? After click this will hide. So you can do like this. So are you able to get that how we are identifying parent and the children here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what about this one? So basically, if you see this is the parent. Inside this parent, we are having two children. This is first children, this is second children. So basically, if you are having a brother and the sister, you are saying that you are the sibling, right? How many siblings do you have, right? Similarly, these two are siblings. Like you can say these two are the brothers and this is the parent, right? So this parent is having first children, second children, right? And if I talk about what is the parent of this line div class equals to 1mk lio. Go from bottom to top. Whenever you will find first downward arrow, that will be the parent. Similarly, if I open this here now, this children is the parent of this line, because if you see here, go from bottom. I want to find what is the parent of this one. What is the parent of this one? Go from bottom to top. Whenever you will find first downward arrow, this will be the parent, right? So for this one, this line, this is the parent. But if I talk about this one, this will be the grandparent, right? So as of now, we do not have to discuss anything about grandparent as of now, not required. Just focus on parent and children. That will be more than sufficient. Similarly, if I open this line, so if I talk about this line, what is the parent of this one? Go from bottom to top. This is the parent of this line, because if I minimize it, this img tag will disappear. So you can see here. So this is how I am identifying what is the parent and what is the children. So do one thing. Today you have to try this, right? Whether you are able to identify this or not. So we can start with the locator from tomorrow. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thanks everyone for attending. So from tomorrow we will start the locator part. But I will suggest you to at least try this parent and child, so you can whether you're able to identify or not. Okay. So that's all for today, and I will share the recording within an